there as this pursuit kind of moves around here. So I believe that Long Beach unit does want to still get into a position where he can pit this guy. But southbound on Gaffney, that's kind of where we are right now, and we're kind of tracking this pursuit, the stolen vehicle pursuit from Long Beach all the way into San Pedro at this point. So there it is. There's some of that traffic that we're talking about, and he's just now coming up on a red light, southbound on Gaffney, and I believe that's going to be First Street. I believe that's going to be First, and so through the parking lot, he realizes that that traffic is going to hold him up. So this is what I'm talking about here, some of those smaller streets here. So he's now in a parking lot and now going up a back alley here in a residential part of San Pedro here. So this guy really not wanting to give up at this point here. So just creating an unsafe situation for the folks here in Pedro, as well as some of the folks that might be there you go. Long Beach PD still in pursuit of this stolen vehicle suspect here. This guy just kind of making the rounds here in this residential neighborhood here in Long Beach, just doing what he can to avoid having to give up here. Here comes that Long Beach unit. It looks like he wants to get close to put himself in a position. Oh my goodness. Okay, to put himself into a position to be able to pit this guy. Okay, hang on. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Okay, there you go. There's the opportunity right there. Okay, okay, he gets through. Okay, so there you go. There's an example of what this guy is willing to do to avoid capture here. So he does not want to be taken into custody here. So he will, you know, at all costs, even to the point of being pitted, still drive the vehicle out of there. And there's some pedestrians. That's what I'm talking about here. Dangerous for pedestrians, dangerous for commuters. These streets in Pedro are sometimes pretty tight here, and so creating a situation where it's very dangerous for these folks here. So, you know, this guy's just kind of blowing through stop signs, blowing through lights, and it's just a very dangerous situation here. So if you are in Pedro here, stay inside, you know. Don't get out on the roads right now, because this guy's just driving around like a nut job here, and he's just creating unsafe conditions here now with multiple law enforcement units here. It's just, you know, a dangerous situation to try and track this guy, but hopefully this guy does the right thing and eventually just pulls over and gives up peacefully. But at this point, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. So he's just kind of weaving in and out some of the residential streets. Thank goodness the Long Beach PD is able to maintain, you know, pretty close tracking of him. So yeah, just kind of making circles here, So just a very dangerous situation. So we continue to watch this guy, and there's a pedestrian. That's what I'm talking about here. Very, very dangerous, guys. So if you see this or you hear this, just stay indoors and, you know, do the right thing and just keep yourself safe, because this guy is just driving around creating unsafe conditions. More commuters. So just be careful if you are in Pedro and you hear, oh my gosh, okay, so he almost nailed that that white pickup truck there. So this guy's literally just driving around in circles at this point, literally just driving around in circles. There's that same pedestrian. So he's just driving around this, okay, there's the footbill, here's the footbill, here's the footbill, okay. Here's the footbill, there you go, let's see if, okay, hang on, let's see if we can, okay. Guys, let me turn it back over to you here. We're gonna try and maintain a position on this guy. Okay. Okay, he's in the house.
On the loudspeaker, they tried to coax the guy out. Finally, around 10:30 this morning, they arrested him.
you can see that they got one. I think there was 2 people in the car. They at least have one so far from what we can see. Female, there's a female coming out right there that was in the car. Now I think there's one more, because we heard reports over the scanners that there were 2 people in this car, Lisa. So
only that tree line is going to make it difficult.
Like I said, they got one in custody. They said they had 2 in custody. I don't know if I heard if they had the other one in custody or not.
We are hearing, Jim, at this moment that Oklahoma City police have 2 females in custody. So like you mentioned, they crashed out right there, and it appears as though officers were able to take both of them into custody, Jim.